Thank you for tuning in to Local Voices on 94.7 KPIP. I'm Rachel Steele, and with me today is Doreathy Booth of the new Savory Bakery. Thank you for being with me today, Doreathy. First, let me say that I've already been to your bakery several times, as you know, and I have enjoyed every bite I have eaten here.
Thank you.
For those of you out there who don't know, the Savory Bakery is a new eatery right here in Fayette, and it is located on Main Street where the old Chinese restaurant used to be. If you remember that, that's where the Savory Bakery is. Now, how long have you been open in this location?
Since the 1st of January.
Wow, I didn't know that. I thought it had been more recent, like April or May. Now, do you live here in Fayette?
I do.
And what inspired you to open the Savory Bakery?
Well, I've always been a baker, and I moved here from North Carolina. My older son died, and my younger son lives here. So I wanted to be near him. I wanted to be near family.
So, now, explain, if you can, the mission you had in mind when you decided to open the Savory Bakery.
Okay. I want it to be like you were eating at home. Like you come in and you feel at home and you feel comfortable. You see the birds on the walls, and it's light and airy. It's not dark. You can read the menu without darkness around you.
And what else surrounds this? It's not just an eatery. It's a place for people to meet.
I had a group here today of 5 women. They were here for 2 hours. They sit in the corner, and the other tables, I had the customers.
And we've got games and books.
And coloring books.
And coloring books. So it's not one of those fast food joints. And people think bakery. Oh, let's go get a donut.
No, Savory Bakery means I bake a lot of the food that you eat. Savory means not sweet. So a lot of the things that I make, I bake, but they're not sweet.
Savory. So it's hash browns and omelets for breakfast, breakfast casserole, soups as the weather gets colder.
As the weather gets cold.
I was in here just today eating a grilled cheese sandwich, which is magnifique.
Oh,
and there were 2 girls who had the special of the day, which was fettuccine alfredo, or chicken fettuccine alfredo, actually, to be specific. And I tell you, you don't make a lot of money in radio. So if I had had another $1, I would have been into that chicken Alfredo.
I'll tell you something. If you would have come in and said, hey, listen, I'm minus $1, I'll bring it in later, I would have said, fine.
Now, when did you start serving breakfast and lunch?
I've always served breakfast. My main vision was to do breakfast and then do savory baked goods to go with it, like the scones and the little muffins that I have. I call them the Mad Hatters. And they're baking powder biscuits with raisins and cinnamon. I do with that the cream cheese with cinnamon and sugar.
That sounds so good right now. Now, one of the times that I ate here at the Savory Bakery, when you weren't elbow deep in the kitchen, you actually came out to our table and saw how we were doing, and you offered us this strange Chinese bean that somebody had given to you, and you had marinated it?
I marinated it. I made some hot, and then I made other ones that just regular marinade, like a pickle marinade.
We got the spicy ones, and they were so good. And cucumber salad, sometimes with cherry tomatoes, comes with the sandwiches.
Right, with all sandwiches as well as fruit.
And it's kind of a Greek salad.
Right.
And the fruit is delicious. We had some wonderful watermelon, whatever is in season. And a lot of times people do bring food into you.
They
that
do.
They can't use, and you just go at it. You whip it up.
And spices.
Yes.
A lot of herbs came in today. They're wonderful.
So you cook most of the food from scratch.
Most 90% of everything I do is from scratch.
Where did you learn all of this?
Well, I was raised on a farm in Minnesota, and at 5 years old, I was with Grandma at the cook stove, cooking with her.
So you've been cooking this entire time, and you personally do the cooking.
I personally do it. Now, the girls help. If I have someone here that can do it, they do a lot of the prep work, cutting, peeling, chopping, that kind of thing.
So they are the prep cooks. And I know there's with everybody back in school, how has the turnout from CMU been?
CMU is going to be my savior and is my savior.
I saw a lot of students in here the other day.
And they come in the early morning, and on weekends they come, and I hire the students.
What student doesn't need to add an extra buck or two to their pocket with tuition and room and board being more expensive than ever in this country?
And if you work 4 hours in your shift, you get a free meal.
Oh, that's wonderful. Now, on average, what can one expect to pay for a meal at the Savory Bakery?
$6.50 is what I charge for the meal, and then whatever your drink is, or you don't have to have anything to drink.
And you guys don't have sodas here.
I don't serve sodas.
Why don't you serve sodas?
Look around. Look around you in this world. How much soda is sold, and how expensive it is.
And how much sugar.
And how much sugar and caffeine, and it gives you that spike. And if that's what you want, that's fine. But I want you to be more healthy. And I can't do a whole lot to make you healthy. But when you come in here, you have a choice. And if you bring your own soda, I don't even care.
What do you serve instead of sodas?
Okay, we have water, chocolate milk, white milk, orange juice. We have Gatorade and water and coffee and tea.
And in the morning, it looks like, I'm looking at the board here, is Starbucks coffee.
It is Starbucks coffee.
So it is good coffee.
Thank you. I like good coffee.
And your offerings for breakfast, do they vary?
How do you mean vary?
Like, for example, you've got weekly specials, like the chicken Alfredo. I wouldn't imagine that you would have sold that at breakfast time.
No. I really don't. I try to keep my breakfast menu really steady, because when you're working on the grill, if you have four people who want eggs, and they're all different, and then you have a casserole, and then you have a quiche, and you have to be able to give yourself room to make those things, but also time to prepare it.
I understand. Keep it simple.
Keep it simple.
And now you do have weekly specials. Today, when I'm talking to you right now, happens to be Tuesday.
Right.
And it's Chicken Alfredo Day.
Right.
Can you tell me what the specials are?
Tomorrow it's going to be chicken pot pie.
So that's Wednesday.
And Thursday it's going to be taco salad. And Friday it'll be some kind of pasta. I'm not sure yet today.
So it changes on a regular basis.
It changes, yes.
That's wonderful.
It also is how you feel. What about in the weather? You want soup, or you want something more substantial. When it's hot, you want a salad. And I do potato salad, macaroni salad, seafood salad, and they can all be on one plate. And you have a nice lighter meal.
Lighter fare. Now, you are open 7 days a week. Do you personally work here 7 days a week?
Yes, but we were talking about it, a couple of the girls and I. And we really think we should take one day off, but we can't agree on what day.
What are your hours right now?
Our hours are from 7 to 4.
7 a.m. to 4 p.m.
But I open the door at 6 o'clock because I come in at 5. And a lot of the people who work in Glasgow are on shift work, and they come in and get their breakfast and coffee.
Get a cup of coffee and some breakfast. And just so people can find you if they are not in Fayette and don't know where the old Chinese restaurant used to be, what is your address?
It's 112 South Main.
Okay. And do you have a website yet for the Savory Bakery?
Yes, we do.
What is it?
Savory Bakery.
SavoryBakery.com. Thank you so much for opening this establishment. I wish you the best of luck, and thank you for being on Local Voices.
Thank you so much for coming here.
Now go visit Doreathy at the Savory Bakery. She's on Main Street in Fayette, and I promise you won't forget it. Log on to savorybakery.com to find out more information, and you can always log on to our Facebook page at KPIP-LP Fayette to find out about the Savory Bakery and the other people, places, and things that we discuss here on Local Voices on KPIP. Local Voices airs every weekday at noon and at 6 p.m. on 94.7 KPIP. The best place to get information on what's going on in our area. For Local Voices, I'm Rachel Steele, only on 94.7 KPIP.